Hello and welcome to the Pretty Twisted Yarns podcast. My name is Teresa and this is my little corner of the interwebs where I share all about yarn and different things I have been doing with it. This is episode number 32. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today is Friday the 13th in October. That's pretty cool and spooky and fresh and fun. I love that for us. So I have a lot to share with you guys today. I've got a work in progress, a tale of mild tragedy that I'll talk about sitting over here glaring at me. I have some acquisitions, some yarn that I dyed, and some really fun behind the scenes goings on that I'm super excited to let you all in on. So without further ado, let's just jump into these shenanigans, shall we? Do you want to, though? I think we should. Let's do it. So just a little bit of admin type things. All the links to anything that I talk about will be in the description bar down below, in the little doobly-doo. And you can find me on the socials. On Instagram, that's where I'm the most active. I'm Pretty Twisted Yarns. I am on Ravelry as Pretty Twisted, because yeah, I'm just pretty twisted most of the time. And there is also a Ravelry group for this podcast, and it's the Pretty Twisted Yarns podcast group. So come join us over there for fiber fun and fancy fresh shenanigans. I am hosting a make-along right now. It's pretty low-key, spooky, but keep it pink. Halloween spirit, spooky pattern, spooky object with some pink in it. Kind of that glam or cute Halloween kind of spirit. All the details for that are over on the Ravelry thread. And you would want to submit your finished spooky but keep it pink project by October 31st at midnight. That's when I will be closing the thread and pulling prizes. We do have an abundance of prizes from some very generous friends and makers, which I will be showing off here in a little bit. I also have a newsletter. So if you go to my website, sign up for my newsletter, you do receive 10% off your first purchase. And this is the best way to know when new colorways are released or when new podcast episodes go up. So that is something that I'm learning to do. There's a lot of learning going on up here in my head. So I'll let you guys in on a lot of the learning that I have going on behind the scenes, because it's really fun and exciting, and it like someone's gonna have to pinch me because I think I'm dreaming. I think that's all of the like admin kind of things going on. On my birthday, which is October 27th, I'm going to be hosting a fun Zoom where we can all just wear our cute PJs and sit and eat popcorn or ice cream and knit on a project or do whatever. So I'll be sending a newsletter out the morning of October 27th, which is a Friday, with the Zoom room number and the passcode. I will also be putting it up on my Instagram as a story. So everyone is welcome. I just ask that everyone come with an open, welcome, happy heart, and there will be no hate speech allowed. Cussing is welcome. You're welcome to cuss. That's fine with me. It's very cathartic, right? So yeah, that will be lots of fun. I really still do want to do a YouTube live, but as you'll see here in a little bit, my brain only has so much space and it is packed to the brim at the moment. So that's something that may happen next year. I'm not really sure, but we'll get there. Things take time and that's okay, right? Oh, okay, enough of the admin stuff. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, okay? Yeah? Let's do it. So I have been trying to slow down, meditate, focus, commune with the universe, and be open to receiving what the universe has in store for me. Sometimes slowing down actually makes you faster. It's a very strange concept, but I've been practicing this daily and it actually works. I'm not a very focused, organized person naturally, but it is a skill that I can and have developed in the past to like ace tests and things like that. So I have been trying to not speed knit. I can knit really fast, but I do it really, really tense. And my body is holding way too much tension. So if I knit slow, I knit slow. And that's okay, because it's not a race. This work in progress, yeah, a whip, is being housed in a beautiful project bag that my friend Andie the Knittress gifted me. This is a hat. This is just a basic beanie. I kind of just made the recipe up in my head. I cast on 96 stitches on a size, let me refer to my notes. Is it even in my notes? No, it is not. I think they're size 5 or 6. Anyways, this is a colorway that I dyed called Ghoulish Garden. And it is on my Posh DK base. And it has some cute little skeleton, see? And I'm trying to learn this new tripod and it's too far from me. But it's got cute little skeletons to stop my stitches. Here's the colorway up a little bit closer. It's just a really fun speckled colorway, and the reference photo I will put right here. So it was just kind of that haunted garden kind of vibe going on. But anyways, I cast on 96 stitches and then I knit until my brain bled, and then I just folded the brim up and did a hung, like a hung hem is more of a circular sock machine term. Like a folded brim, yeah, because I didn't want to purl. I'm lazy sometimes when I knit, and that's just fine. Because this is just going to be like a slouchy, I don't care if it fits that, you know, perfect or whatever. I love this kind of hat. I'm almost at the point where it's probably slouchy enough, but I will start decreasing soon, and then I'm going to put big pom-pom on top of it. This has been about the speed of my knitting right now. You'll see why in a minute when I tell you this tale of mild tragedy. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so irritated. But anyways, this DK, it's 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, DK weight 4-ply. It is so squishy and luscious and beautiful. Here's the cake. Oof. So that's Ghoulish Garden, and for now I'm just calling this like my basic AF beanie. It's just basic. I don't care if it fits. Doesn't bother me one stinking bit. I think I shared this on the last episode, but this is also Ghoulish Garden, and I cranked this on my Erlbacher Speedster circular sock machine. I did a little picot hung hem, and this is on my plump base, which is 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 2-ply high twist, so it speckles beautifully. And I have yet to cast on the second sock on my sock machine. Maybe I'll do that later today. So this will be a fun like socks and matching hat, cause yo, it's October in Florida, so let's see, the other day it was below 80, so we were like, yes, let's all get our winter clothes out. When it's below 70 at night and below 80 during the day, it's winter here. However, I guess because of Mother Nature, I don't know, what is it, like an El Nino year or something, we're supposed to get a colder, for us, than average winter. It does occasionally get down to like 32 degrees here and there's frost, so maybe we'll get to see like 29 or 28. That's gonna be like, whoa, I don't even know. But we don't, it's usually also dry in the winter and it's supposed to be more wet. So we'll see if we get more rain this winter. It'll be a fun experience to pretend I live somewhere where knitted objects are worn more often. So yeah, just knitting slow. Okay guys, this working project. This just happened this morning, okay? I am knitting the Shisui Shrug by Sosu Knits. I am knitting it on size 7, I think. Someday I'll get better at this, maybe. Nope, size 6. Okay, so here it is. It's brioche. And it's looking really beautiful. I was like so proud of myself. Last time I showed this, I was here and I did all of this, which I know doesn't look like very much, but I am not super like experienced at brioche by any means. So there were a bunch of mistakes in it, and I was talking to my friend Amber, who's Ambie Marie Knits on Instagram and YouTube, because she knits a lot of brioche. And I finally kind of got the hang of it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna keep the mistakes in there. If nothing else, like I'll either tack it down, I did secure it with a stitch marker, I'll either tack it down or I'm just gonna like hang a charm on it and be like, it's a, there's nothing wrong with it. Like it's home. I'm gonna decorate the mistake, bring attention to it, and just pretend that that's how it's supposed to be, like hang a cute little charm from it or something. So that was all good, fine, fun, fresh, right? So this morning I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna put it on, try it on tubing so that I can like lay it out and be able to show it better. Try it on tubing is amazing. I've used it several times successfully in the past. Friends, not today. So about, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, maybe half an hour ago, I got out my try it on tubing. And I pulled right at the end, I pulled the needle too hard out of the tubing, which is not the tubing's fault, it was Teresa's fault. And I dropped, so all this work, I mean these are like hard to show, they're big shawls, right? So I want it on, try it on tubing. You guys, I was this close, this is all I had left to put on the tubing. And then this shit happens. I lost all this is getting ripped out. I sat there for a minute and I was like, it's okay. We're calm, we're collected. We can pick these stitches up. It wasn't happening. It was not happening. And here's the good news though. I started to get upset because for me this is a lot of knitting and a lot of work because I dye yarn full time and it's getting frogged. But listen, here's the good news. I'm gonna do it right now so you can all cringe and go, no Teresa, you can save it, what's wrong with you? Nope, ripping it out because I'm not very experienced at all with brioche, especially two color. I way back in the day made a scarf in one color brioche, and I started the Marley shawl by Andrea Mowry years ago. And with this, it wasn't that I wasn't focused, it was literally just I was trying to put it on, try it on tubing. Had I not put it on, try it on tubing, it would have been fun. But you're not born knowing much of anything. And when I started dyeing yarn, I didn't know what I was doing. When I started knitting, I didn't know what I was doing. So guess what? I'm just gonna rip it out and cast it back on. Because it's my knitting, I'm the boss of it. It doesn't have to be done at any special time. Right? Like, who cares? Start over. Because otherwise, I'll just be like, ah, this sucks, I suck, I'm not good at knitting. And I was also talking to Amber, and I think I want to be a knitter with a capital K. I used to be when I was a stay-at-home mom, But now I'm just a dyer with a capital D, which I am okay with, because this is my absolute dream come true, is to be able to express myself by putting color on fiber or putting color on faces or anything like that. So I'm not really that discouraged. I'm just gonna start over. I don't know when I'll cast it back on. I'm pretty busy behind the scenes, so it might not be for a while, and that's okay. That's the beauty and greatness of knitting and yarn. No one got hurt in the process. They might have if I had freaked out, but it's gonna be beautiful. Like, I really want to finish this project. I was really, really motivated. No saving it. I just ripped it out right in front of you guys. Did you cringe? Oh well. That's for later. That's for later. Maybe my speed is just circular sock machine. That's the other thing too. When I got my sock machine, I didn't know what I was doing. I had to spend hours and hours and hours and hours of practice to even be able to like crank a tube at a proper tension. So if I want to learn brioche, I have to keep doing it. And maybe brioche just isn't my jam. Maybe my jam is more color work or something. I don't know. But anyways, that is all the knitting that I did. Almost done with a hat and a frog shawl. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so here's sort of my notes. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to jump in and let you go, right? I'm gonna let you guys know what is going on behind the scenes, because I feel like I've been a little bit absent, especially on Instagram. I am not really making that many reels right now, and I'm trying to post, but almost everything I'm dyeing is like secret, but I'm allowed to share some things with you guys that are gonna be happening soon. Okay, so I am a member of the Love and Stitches membership that is put on by Natalie, also known as Knitty Natty, and it's amazing. We had a live class the other day with Sarah from, and I wrote this down too. Apparently I'm not very good at taking notes either. Imagine Landscapes. So Natalie did an interview with her, and then they did like a whole gnome class. And you can go back and re-watch all of these videos. I saw her interview one of a Kate, which was she's so fun. Like, crochet is glam. It's so my vibe. That was really fun. So I've really been enjoying it. There are Zooms almost all the time. So sometimes early in the morning, if I'm just like twisting yarn or knitting, I can quick hop on and hang out with people from like Australia and different things like that. So being the brave little engine that I am, I emailed Natalie and I said, hey, do you have plans for Christmas? Like, what's your situation with Christmas this year? And I'm going to be, she's interviewing me live via Zoom for her members. And then I'm going to be doing a dye demo. So I'll be showing off my dye studio, because your girl is going to be dyeing up a custom sock set for her membership. And I'm very, very excited. A little bit nervous, but that's why I'm doing like the meditation and like it's all gravy, right? Like, it's all cool. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. They do like 3-month terms. So the next term, I don't know all the details. If you don't already, definitely follow Natalie, Knitty Natty on Instagram, Love and Stitches, or Knitty Natty on YouTube for details. But I would, if you want to take part in all of the really fun things that are going to be happening like December, January, February, get on the wait list, because last time they only were opening it up to like a set amount of new members, but if you're on the wait list, you get priority. It's a very inexpensive, affordable membership, I think, for what you get, for sure. So yeah, definitely get on that wait list if you want to see the colorway, because it's a secret and it will not be shown. Probably until like after the event and everyone gets their yarn and stuff like that. So I'm working on trying to make it like the best sock set that I've ever created ever. So yeah, that is major. This is where I'm like, pinch me, I'm dreaming. I don't know where this like courage comes from to reach out and ask people. You open yourself up for a possible no, which still isn't like life ending or anything, but it can be kind of frustrating and sad. But if you don't ask and you don't try, nothing will happen, right? So the other so amazing thing that I have been wanting to take for a few years is the Color Alchemy course by Alana Wilcox. This is for intermediate to advanced dyers. Although I think anybody could take it, it's definitely geared to someone who like has dyed yarn before and they know they like it. Not so much for like beginners who have never dyed a skein yarn before. But it's a 12-week course. It starts October 30th with orientation and then ends in January with live. There are like homework assignments. There's even like pre-assessment color matching games that I can go online and play and just really tune my eye into like color, which is why I'm not that sad about the knitting, because knitting is my hobby. I'll get better at it if I give myself time, but after dyeing yarn for 8 to 10 hours or doing whatever all day, a lot of times my hands hurt and I'm only knitting maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day because I'm trying to stay focused on work, which is yarn dyeing. So I might, let me know down below if you would like to see content here of just me dyeing yarn. My dye studio is in the middle of my house, so it's not always beautiful and it's not always super clean. I do the best I can, but if that's something that you guys would enjoy seeing, then leave me a comment down below letting me know if that's something you would like to see, because I'm not going to have a whole lot of knitting content, and it is like, I won't be sharing any information that is in the class because it is a paid for class. This is the third paid for dye class I think I've ever taken, but it's definitely the most advanced. I would love to show you my experience and document that in a way that I can look back and be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe how far I've come, right? So yeah, just let me know down below if that's something that you want to see. It's just me dyeing yarn and talking about dyeing yarn and not knitting so much. When I knit stuff, if I knit stuff, then I'll show that too. But I'm very, very excited about that because it'll allow me to take like a reference photo. I've done it before where you use primary colors, so like magenta, cyan, yellow, and black, and make your own dye rather than using a pre-mixed dye provided by the mill. That's absolutely fine. I definitely love just playing by feel, but the math and science and everything behind it and being able to use a reference photo, pull the image into the computer, pull hex codes from it, break it down into its components, and then create like my signature tonals is going to be a next level. Like, I'm so excited. So one that I did by myself without I just kind of was playing, trying to get a really pretty color. I dyed Stop Whining this way. Let me stand up so you can see it a little bit better. So this is a colorway that I dyed called Stop Whining. And I think when you mix the colors using primaries, it just glows. The yarn just glows. Huntress is another colorway that I dyed last year that was also using primary dyes. So I'm just beyond excited to see all that she has in store. I haven't got my kit or anything yet, or even orientation hasn't started, but I'm geared up. So I'm going to bed like by 10 at the latest, trying to not get up until like 5 to work, and getting sleep and doing all these things to just clear my mind, not be stressed out, and focus. And I do have some Stop Whining in my shop. I'll show you a little bit more of the yarns that I have in my shop a little bit later. I also got, it's a little stressful when you like spend money on your business, right? Replica surfaces. So maybe I'll do another video showing you that, but I got a replica studio. I'm so short. Photos are sometimes hard for me to get like a good angle for a flat lay. So the studio is just really easy to use. But with that, I'm also taking like a product photography course. So yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of learning. So I need to be absolutely on my A game, because I'm gonna be moving more toward ready to ship and then doing fun like advents and countdown calendars and kits and things like that. For the holidays, other than the Love and Stitches thing I have going on, nothing is like solid or concrete yet. But I talked to Knotty Knitting Sacks, Katie. We both know I'm a little bit naughty. So I have a colorway in my head that's going to be Knotty List. And she has some Knotty knitting sacks to hold your fuzzy balls. So that's something that might be coming this Christmas that you might want to keep an eye out for, because it's fabulous. I also got some really cute little stitch stoppers that are just a little bit naughty and Christmassy. Like just tiny bit naughty. Not offensive naughty, just fun naughty. And I love her to death. Her bags are amazing. I've been wanting to collab with her for a while, but you know, life. And yeah, I'm just looking at my notes because that's just how I kind of roll. Okay, so last episode I had put out on Instagram, like, is there any questions you guys want me to answer? I don't usually get asked very many questions, but my friend Ambie Marie Knits, just asked, like, how did I get into yarn dyeing? Really brief overview. Maybe I'll do a whole video about it at another time, but I got a couple skeins in 2017, a couple dyes, and played around. So at the time, Craftsy was still a thing. I don't know whether it is now or not, but I took a course through Craftsy by Sarah Eyre, I believe was her name. And I don't think they're dyeing anymore, but her brand was Cephalopod yarns. And I just dyed some skeins here and there. I sold like 25 on Etsy. My husband retired from the military and I had to go back to work full time. So I got really, really into makeup. At the time, in 2017, I was like, well, what's my thing? Like, what would make my yarn, or like, what's my backstory? So my art background is in makeup. And so I was like, okay, I want to combine like my love for makeup and color in that way, as well as knitting and yarn. So I came up with Pretty Twisted Yarns. Pretty being because makeup, making people pretty and just pretty things and pretty colors, and twisted because yarn is twisted and I'm a little twisted. Like, I love horror movies and I just have a little bit of a twisted mind. So Pretty Twisted Yarns I came up with for that reason, kind of combining like makeup and yarn. I always worked for like upscale makeup brands. I got my dream job in 2001 or 2000 at MAC Cosmetics, and at the time this was in San Diego where I lived, at a Nordstrom at the mall. And when you went down the escalator, for me anyway, there's nothing wrong with any of these other makeup brands, but for me, you'd go down the escalator and there'd be like Clinique and, you know, Estee Lauder and whatever, and the MAC counter was this bustling energy. Everyone wore, we had to wear all black, crisp black, like not faded, all black, head to toe. And we would do different looks. We were the only counter that was allowed to play music that wasn't coming from like the rest of the store. And it just was, everyone swarmed there, right? At the time, it was the only line that had this broad selection of intensely pigmented, bright colors. And I was I could do natural makeup, but I was kind of known for, and people would come to me for like drag makeup, extra super bright, colorful eyeshadows, or like deep, dark, smoky eyes. So it was dramatic makeup. That was kind of my thing. So I got a job there and I loved it. When I had Haley, it was really, retail is not very conducive to having a baby because you sometimes work late and have to be there in the morning. And anyways, that's how Pretty Twisted Yarns kind of was born. And then in 2020, happened, right? Ew. And I started knitting again, and I grabbed a couple skeins, kind of started dying, and I was like, well crap, we almost lost everything we have in 2020, so maybe to buy groceries this week I could sell a couple skeins on Etsy. And it just kind of went from there. At the time I still didn't know why my yarn would be better than, or you know, different than anyone else's, so I learned how to do self-striping, which my body just couldn't handle the warping and all this. So I haven't done self-striping for probably at least a year, and don't plan to in the future unless I get a wild hair at my butt and decide it's something I want to do. But I fell in love with the magic of color all over again. It's all about color for me. I dream in color. I don't know if other, do you dream in color? Like, let me know down below. I don't know if everyone does, but a lot of times inspiration for me will come in a dream, not necessarily from a reference photo, and then I'm like, ooh, I could put this and this together and then make this color. But dreams are kind of like, you don't always remember exactly. They're just kind of, you know, that Fantasia effect where it's just kind of swirling, dancing color, and it's kind of hard to capture once you wake up the feeling that the color made you feel. So that's kind of how Pretty Twisted Yarns got started and what I hope to gain from this class. And I look at it like, if I was still doing makeup, you have to, as a esthetician or a cosmetologist, do continued education to renew your license. And when I worked for MAC, we were required to every 3 months go to an update training to, you know, learn the new trends, the new looks, and all of that. So I definitely believe in whatever you're passionate at, whatever you're doing, continued education I think is always great to invest in yourself. And I think I'm just ready for that next little like push. So very excited to show you all the things that are going to be coming from that. I was going to try to like break this down into sections and be organized about it, but my shrug made me mad this morning and I just ripped it out. So I was like, just look at your notes and read whatever. Everyone already knows I'm a hot mess. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and another reason that I've kind of slowed down with reels and stuff on Instagram is because everything's kind of a secret, so it will be like black and white. But I do plan on definitely doing reels and posting more. But we're still kind of figuring out who we even are as a family without Mimi. If you're new here, my grandma Mimi, my maternal grandmother, moved in with us in 2012. Caitlin was like, my youngest was like 6 months old. Haley was 8. Haley's now 20 and Caitlin's in 6th grade. So she passed away in February and we don't even know who we are as a family, the 4 of us. Caitlin was just a baby when she moved in. So we're still trying to navigate what happened, what we went through, was it even real, and where do we go now? And I'm still really sad a lot all the time, and I don't want anybody to feel sad when they land on my page, but you know, that's just the reality of it. And I think it's important to, this whole age group Caitlin is in, she's 11 in 6th grade, they were all in like end of 2nd grade and all of 3rd grade virtual school at home. So I feel like the whole 6th grade class is really struggling because they didn't get that like school experience in their formative years. But I think it's important for me to like help Caitlin navigate what's going on and kind of her blooming into a young lady. So it's priorities. It's just priorities. It's not that I don't love you or want to show up doing a reel. I will when I can. I'm just not putting pressure on myself right now for anything. I'm just not putting pressure. Okay, well, the 30 minutes on my thing was up, so it cut me off and I'm restarting now. So yeah, navigating who we are as a family. And yeah, I'm going to show you some acquisitions that I got now. This is going to be crinkly, so if you have headphones in or you're sensitive to sound, turn the sound down. I haven't opened this yet. This is a package from Ruby and Roses. Natalie, also known as Knotty, Love and Stitches, interviewed Addie at her studio. She's got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful studio, and she dyed a custom colorway for the members that were only available to us. So I did grab a skein. I haven't even opened it yet. Okay, so if crinkling bothers you, I'm very sorry. Cover your ears or put me on mute for a minute while I open this. I haven't even seen it. Like, I've seen what other people got, but... Ooh, okay, this is gonna be really crinkly. And everyone was talking about how luscious her yarn smells, so this is the first time I'm gonna be smelling it. So she's got a really cute, like, just little card in there that talks about their business. Oh my gosh, it does have, I wonder what wool wash she uses. Ooh, I like that. So this is her soft rose base, and the members voted on what to call it, and it's Love and Roses. So like Love and Stitches, Ruby and Roses. So her soft rose, which is 85-15 superwash merino nylon 4-ply, 437 yards to 100 grams, and it's very beautiful. So yes, I got a fingering weight skein, and then I also grabbed, sorry, I've never smelled that scent before. I don't know really even what it reminds me of. So then I also got the sock set, Love and Roses sock set. So it's the same colorway with a mini. There was a reference photo. I was not a member at the time that everyone voted, but they voted on like a, excuse me, a reference photo and then like a dye style for Addie to go ahead and use. That's very pretty. So I'm going to be making my nail tack and my lash tack socks for Christmas. So maybe I'll use one of these. But I think they want my yarn, because they're like, these are women that I knew from when I was in the industry, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so proud of you, like, wow, you're killing it. And I think they maybe want it in my yarn. I don't know, maybe a muscle bra? Ooh, a muscle bra hat would look really pretty in this. And that's about my speed right now. It's like stockinette. It's about all I can handle. Okay, I also got, oh my gosh, yes! Okay. The official, there it is, Nightmare Before Christmas Knitting Guide to Halloween Town and Christmas Town by Tanis Gray. Have you gotten this book? Do you plan on getting this book? Because I definitely, and I'm much more experienced at color work than I am at brioche. Guys, okay, there's nothing here. I just want to show you, like, for reals, right now. Do you guys remember Goth's Like Christmas 2? Okay, so who's planning on getting this book? Because I'm gonna dye myself some yarn to knit that stocking. And if y'all have the book, let me know down below if you would like me to create kits for the stockings in this book for the holiday season. Because if no one's interested, then, you know, I want to be dyeing things you guys want. I think the book, I got mine on Amazon. I think it was like maybe like $25, but the book is beautiful. It's hardcover. It's just like, you definitely do not want to, and somebody, because I have kids, already marred the corner, but it's definitely a book like I don't want to write in it. So I'll probably just get photocopies, not to distribute, but like for myself, so that I can use a highlighter and stuff like that on it. So yeah, drop a little comment down below and let me know if you're getting this book, what you're excited about knitting for the winter. If it's not this, what is it? What are you guys looking for this winter? What are you into? I know that, I think for my birthday, the movie is coming out in theaters again for, is it the 20-year anniversary? I don't know, but I think we're gonna go see it, my family and I, in the theaters, because it's one of my absolute favorite holidays. I love Thanksgiving. Halloween's my favorite, but it's like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I like to just do them like all together. I don't care if I, at Halloween time, get Christmas stuff out. And I don't care at Christmas if my Halloween stuff is still out. So this was definitely a movie that spoke to me when I was younger, when it first came out. It still speaks to me today. I love it so much. It's one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. For sure. So, yeah. That's all the acquisitions I got. But now, I'm going to show you guys some of the amazing prizes we have for the Spooky But Keep It Pink make-along. With the make-along, also it can be knit, crochet, like whatever, just, you know, some pink in it. There is extra entries if you use my colorway Spooky But Keep It Pink. And I do have some ready-to-ship skeins of this available in my shop. I have some on DK. I think all I have is DK right now. But by the time you see this, the shop will be updated with new photos and all the new yarn that I have that is ready to ship at the moment. There's not a ton, but. So some of the prizes are being mailed directly from the person who's donating it. So one of the prizes is from Katie at Knotty Knitting Sacks, and I'm going to insert a picture right here of the Knotty Knitting Sack. It's fornicating skeletons. Because, yes please, fornicating skeletons and pink. Absolutely, you could win that. My friend Phoenix, who is Crafted by the Fates, and again, all the links will be down below, so generously donated this beautiful mini set. This is fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 3-ply. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minis. Look at it. Super amazing human, good friend, beautiful, beautiful little mini set, and this little project bag, as well as, I kind of low-key want to keep this, but I won't. I'll give it away. It has, there's a little charm set. I think I showed this on the last episode, but there's a little charm set with like a ghost. Guys, some days I'll learn how to do things. Today is not that day. Okay. It has like a little ghost and a moon. I'm trying to keep things all like nice. And then there's also like some stickers, some bats, another bat, some more bats. Super cute. My friend Amy, who is Happy Little Yarn on Instagram, on Instagram as well as on YouTube, is donating a project bag. And if I get a photo of it before it's time to upload this, I will insert it here. She's also helping me moderate the podcast Ravelry group because she's amazing. Then my friend Andie, I don't have this yet. I think she is shipping this to me. So some of these things I'll be shipping out. But my friend Andie the Knittress is donating a pink skull. It's like this one, Pardon me. One moment. One moment while I be awkward and try and get something. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. So it is a yarn bowl, but this is mine. This one's like rainbowy, but it's all pink. So she's donating one of those. I love it so much. And she also sent over a Yo Ghosty. Look at this guy. I mean, can you even? And she is making these yarn carriers. So it's like you can put it around your wrist and then it twirls. I have one that she made for me, but I haven't opened mine and tried it out yet. And it's pink. It's a bright pink. So it says, insert post into base, place yarn cake on post, clip handle to post, and you hang it on your wrist. And you can just knit or crochet the day away. So I hope oh, and then also, so my friend Nicole, Witch and Knit and Mama, is donating a digital prize, and I'm donating a $50 Pretty Twisted Yarns gift card. So they're all 2 digital prizes. It's open internationally. However, if you are international and you win a prize, it will be one of the digital prizes. So super fun. That way everybody can participate. I hope that was it. If I forgot anything, I apologize, but I will try to leave everything linked in the doobly-doo down below. Yeah. So, what else? I have a couple of things that are in stock in my shop. I already showed you Stop Whining. I also have some Don't Fear the Reaper, which is my black. I mean, it's like, it's black. It's solid, guys. I mean, you know, it's a tonal, it's pretty solid. And then I also have, I showed you before, a Spooky But Keep It Pink. And then I have Harvest Moon. Oh. I have a pair of socks with this colorway on my needles, but I haven't touched it. Look at the speckles. So I do have some Harvest Moon, and then a new colorway, which I'm calling Lost in the Maze. It has speckles galore, and it reminds me of that corn that has like all the different colors in throughout. Let's see. I think that's picking it up better. I hope so. Someday I'll figure this out. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys the Halloween mystery skein. Hold please. Why am I like this, guys? I really thought I had like everything together. Oh my god. Okay, so if you have not received your Halloween mystery skein, I'm going to show it. So if you haven't got it, just look away. I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes if you didn't receive it yet. Ready? It's called Hey Boo Hey. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. It's the purple and orange, and it will glow in a black light. And I love how like where the orange and the purple meet, they make this kind of like rusty color. So, hey boo, hey! That was the Halloween mystery skein. This would be a really fun hat too. Definitely socks. It might micro stripe or do some kind of like pooling and fat flashing in some kind of fancy fresh way. So that's the Halloween skein. that's all I have. Life. Okay, so I talked a little bit about life, kind of sprinkled in, but we went to, okay, my husband's sister, Debbie, got married in late September, and it was freaking magical. Like, we didn't really know exactly what to expect. They booked like a theater. I don't mean like a movie theater. I mean like where they put on professional plays. So there's a stage, there's like, you know, balcony seating, all this stuff. And I knew they had been working on it for a really long time. And they said business casual dress, but like if you want to, she wanted everyone to wear like masquerade masks. And so I got this. Oh my god, I did. I just knocked my freaking light over. I don't even care. I'm leaving it in. I'm not even editing this out. I got all this stuff to make my podcast better. Is it working? Probably not. Anyways, I didn't have a mask, so she had some there for us, but I got this cutie patootie. Like, so it was very like avant-garde, sort of artsy, and they filmed this whole thing where she dressed up like Freddie Mercury, and the brides, they basically recreated one of the music videos. It was amazing. And then the organ started playing and it sunk into the stage, and then instead of being walked down the aisle, it rose back up with her on it, and there were like lights. I mean, the whole thing was, I've never seen a production like of any kind, never mind just like a wedding. I've never seen anything like that before, other than maybe like something put on at like Disney, or one time when I was in my 20s, my ex-husband and I did actually go and see Phantom of the Opera like in the theater. So I mean, it was amazing. It was so fun. And then we went to Spirit Halloween, which was a sensory overload. I did really good. You guys remember when like I never left my house? I didn't have a panic attack, nothing. We went to the mall afterwards and it was a fancy day. I did have to take like the whole next day to like kind of de-stress and just like relax. By the end of the day, I was definitely ready to just come home and knit and go to sleep. And that's pretty much it. I've just been dyeing a lot of yarn and putting the final touches on the advent calendars, and you guys, it's gonna be so good. I might have a few left. I'm waiting. Well, I do. I know I have a few. But I'm going to wait, make sure everybody got theirs, and then closer, like before December 1st, once I make sure everyone got theirs, I will list any that I have ready, if anyone wants to like quick grab one, because maybe you have the FOMO, the fear of missing out. I don't know. Yeah. That's pretty much it from me today. Guys, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, okay? Bye!